These elliptical stone colonnades and massive basilica dome command the skyline of central Italy, marking the borders of an independent sovereign state. It is a territory encompassing exactly 0.49 square kilometers. The entire operational grid of Vatican City fits within the boundaries of a single standard 18-hole golf course. For the millions who cross these borders every year, the experience is defined by this: a dreamy, open-access repository of Renaissance art, crowned by the frescoes of Michelangelo. Behind the art, the state operates a zero-occupancy residential grid. It governs a multi-billion-dollar economy that functions entirely tax-free. This sovereign enclave breaks the standard rules of economics and citizenship. It is a highly engineered environment designed for exclusive institutional operation. The Vatican maintains a de facto open border framework. Walking from Rome into St. Peter's Square involves crossing no active passport control. Because the territory is an enclave of Italy, entry rules are governed by the Schengen Integration Code. Global access is dictated by Italian border gateways and standard European visa waivers. This openness masks a total lack of internal public infrastructure. There are no commercial hotels, no long-term rental flats, and no public grocery stores. Everyday survival is outsourced to surrounding Roman neighborhoods, revolving around staples like pasta alla carbonara, composed of rigatoni, crispy guanciale, and aged pecorino. Foreign technical researchers and media contractors baseline their lives outside the walls, where a modernized one-bedroom apartment in neighborhoods like Prati costs between €1,100 and €1,650 monthly. By outsourcing its residential needs and physical survival to Italy, the state removes the logistical and financial burdens associated with managing a permanent civilian population. Behind these administrative facades, standard commercial job hunting is impossible. Independent startup registration does not exist here. Employment is restricted to church clergy, specialized security recruits, and highly vetted experts in historical restoration or church administration. Those holding official Vatican contracts operate with a significant asset retention edge. All salaries and corporate compensation frameworks are 100% exempt from personal income taxes. The state manages its own internal financial engine, including the production of highly coveted Vatican-stamped euro coins. While these coins function as legal tender, their rarity ensures they trade at a multi-X premium among global coin collectors. This internal economy is further supported by a multi-million-dollar revenue stream from global Catholic philatelic merchandise, featuring intricate religious and artistic motifs. This impenetrable job market and tax-free framework create a unique closed-loop system for institutional wealth generation. Protecting this institutional wealth while processing millions of tourists requires a rigorous security apparatus. All visitors must pass through a rigid internal security wall, involving airport-style clearance checkpoints managed by joint Vatican and Italian personnel. Internal order is maintained by high-tech surveillance and the Vatican Gendarmerie Corps. Violent crime inside the walls is practically non-existent. However, the heavy crowds in the museum entry lanes and St. Peter's Square are primary targets for professional pickpocketing syndicates operating on the enclave's perimeter. The interior is guarded by the oldest active continuous standing army on Earth, the Pontifical Swiss Guard, which has protected the popes since 1506. The resulting model is a paradox, a highly accessible perimeter that masks a flawless, heavily defended institutional core. This microscopic footprint acts as the administrative core for a multi-billion-dollar spiritual and economic engine. It functions as a monumental structural anomaly, optimized for institutional influence rather than civilian life. By shedding the burdens of public housing and border control, the Vatican operates purely as an untaxed global hub. It remains the only country that relies entirely on a neighbor for physical survival, yet provides a tax-free fortress for an exclusive few. Would you base your career in a tax-free institutional hub surrounded by Renaissance history? Let us know in the comments. Next stop, Venezuela, exploring the Orinoco oil basins and the hyperinflation realities of South America. Subscribe to stay real.